Hello there everyone, my name is Pritam and today in this video I will be talking about PTC Creo parametric, and unfortunately this video is going to be my last video on it. Maybe after some time I will be again able to make furthermore video with this software, and the reason is I will be leaving my company and I will be going to Poland for my further studies. Okay, but yeah, so today video I will be making a little long, and I will try to talk about those things which are generally not available in YouTube or are generally not available in internet. So about PTC, because a lot of people, they really don't prefer PTC because of the complexity. But actually it is a very good software and very customizable software as compared to other, really in these 6 or 7 years I have used I am doing designing stuff, and I am as a design engineer working for last 7 or 6 years, like 6.5 around. So I had worked with different software, and really PTC stands out in terms of performance and in terms of customizations compared to others. Like I have seen people working with UZ or let's say Katia, and the file literally takes a lot of time to load, and this was the reason why I preferred PTC from starting. I had worked with Solid Edge for 3 years. I also had worked for SolidWorks, which generally people prefer because of the simplicity of that software. But the customizations and other stuff, when we talk about the large assemblies, the PTC Creo is very robust and really handle them very well. I'm just telling you by my own experience, and it may vary people to people. Okay, so now without wasting further more time, and let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I will be talking about in this video is about the configuration setting of PTC. There's a lot of people, even this video is specifically for those people who are just starting to learn PTC Creo, and those people as well who don't know about the settings of PTC. So this is the interface. You can see this is I think the latest as of now, Creo Parametric 5.0. So I will be talking about the configuration of the software first of all. So starting with interface. So I will be just clicking on file and then part and then okay. So this is the interface of PTC. This is known as ribbon based interface, and this thing is known as ribbon. What ribbon interface actually is, in ribbon interface there are tabs, like here there is a model tab, analysis tab, annotate tab, and there are in ribbon there are tabs, and in tabs there are the groups like operation group, get data group, datum group, etc. And in those groups our tools are arranged as per their functionality. As we can see here, these are the tools with whom we can add we can draw geometry. These are the kind of similar kind of tools are arranged, though here we have given them a particular name also, like this is datum, this is shapes. We can form different shapes, and here we can modify those shapes. So this is engineering group, like that. So this is ribbon interface, and like why PTC, why I like this interface, because of like MS Office have got similar kind of interface. Not only PTC have got this ribbon interface, which is one of the most commonly used interface, because a lot of people in the whole world use MS Office, even though common people know this kind of interface, right? So not only PTC have got this interface. If I talk about the shortcut keys, general shortcut keys, then they are also quite similar, like Control plus New, Control plus O, and what else? Like Control plus Y, Control plus Z. Also, Alt. If you press the Alt button, then you will see the shortcut keys will appear. And let's press A. So it is quite similar to the interface of MS Office, which make this software, working with this software really easy. Now we will talk about the customization, as this video gonna to be a little bit long, as this is gonna be my last video, and sorry for my editing for the quality of this video. I will be not editing this video so much. Okay, so I will be just placing it in a raw format. Okay, so let's get started, like how we can edit this interface as per our customization. So let me just give you a brief intro of different part of it. So we were discussing about this ribbon based interface. Now this is known as model tree, where you can see if you are working in a part mode, then you will be watching parts, and the part is made up of different features. Like let's say if we talk about let's say any product or any element. So the element is made up of atoms. So basically we can say atoms is the building block of any element. I don't want to say element, I want to say substance, or anything is made up of atoms and molecules, and then I think you got it. So in case of Creo, the basic building elements are features. So what basically features are, like if we talk about the plane, then this is a feature, axis feature, extrude feature. So these are the tools with whom we can create different features. So by default, when we create any new part or any new sheet metal part or different kind of part, then we have got by default 4 features, like datum plane, the 3 datum planes, and 1 coordinate axis. Okay, so we'll be starting working on it. So what actually we are doing, we are actually adding features. So in Creo parametric, we do modeling. This kind of modeling is known as feature based modeling. Like with the help of simple feature, we actually can create complex geometry or complex part. Obviously we have got flexible modeling, which is again it's a kind of direct modeling. I am so sorry, like I should not talk about flexible modeling here. Okay, I will be talking about this later on. So we talk about feature based modeling in PTC Creo. The another approach that Creo parametric use is parametric based modeling. So in this kind of modeling, what generally happens is like the geometry is made up of parameters and dimensions. So here we can see like this cuboid is a geometry which is made up of some particular dimensions and parameters. For example, the size of this geometry is dependent on these parameters. Let's say I will be changing the value, this value, to 500. Then my geometry size got changed. So this is parametric modeling, and I think most of the software use this kind of approach. If the software is engineering software, then obviously the software is using parametric approach, right? And we have got a different kind of approach in this software, which is known as flexible modeling, where we can directly modify our geometry. Okay, so again, it's a kind of, we can say it's a kind of parametric approach. Okay, so now, like, I just wanted to share with you the basics of PTC Creo. Okay, so I shared you like feature-based modeling. It's a kind of approach that PTC Creo use. Like your part is made up of small features. Then I talked about parametric approach, and yeah. So another thing I just wanted to tell you, the unique thing about PTC Creo is, like, we have seen in softwares, like, I just wanted to create a drawing of it. Okay, I will be using not these format. I will be using, okay, we will be discussing about settings of drawing as well, so be patient. Okay, I will be keeping the views. Okay. Now let's just make it hidden, and I just wanted to show you the dimensions. Okay, now what is specific about PTC Creo is we can obviously with other softwares, like if we make a modification here, let's say let's make it 200. So this part got changed. Now here we can see our, oops, I think we need to make it way so that we can use it. This is the height. Okay. What exactly I was trying to show you is, okay, so I was talking about this dimension, and as you know, I will not be editing this video, so if I make certain kind of, what I was trying to show you is this, and because this was not known to me, like, so anyway, so I have modified this dimension there in 3D, so obviously my drawing will got updated automatically, and this also happened in other softwares. So my drawing will got automatically updated, and if I am using this particular part in certain assembly, then that assembly will also got updated automatically. Now, what unique thing about PTC is like we can actually edit this value from my drawing as well. Here we go. So we have updated it to 150, and here we can see this value now got updated to 150. So like you can modify the value in any mode, and it's a kind of associativity. To be precise, like if I am making change in one particular mode, so the value will be changing in all three modes. So like from Creo 3.0 we can actually, okay, let me just show you. I'll be just saving this file. I know I have made nothing, but I just wanted to show you this thing with help of an example. Okay, I will be just saving this drawing also. Okay, so this time I will be making an assembly, and I will be just assembling these parts as a default, other part also, and this is same. I would say let's make it normal. No normal, I just will be making this constant. Okay. So what I'm trying to show you here is like this was my part and this was my drawing. Okay. Right? Okay, so now what I just wanted to show you, we just need to change the filter feature and actually we can make a change here. So here we have changed the value of this length of this part from 500 to 450, and now you can see this got changed here, and this got changed here also. So like you can make a change at one place and the change will propagate to part and assembly. So in this way it's, I would say it's a cool thing. Like I like it. Like if you want to make a change at one place in drawing mode, like you came to know that you need to make certain change, then you can directly make it. Like for example, radius, I don't want to make it 6, I want to make it 5. So like, but keep in mind that this only happened with the driving dimension, and if you create a draft dimension, then you might not able to do that. Like here I'm just trying to create a draft dimension. So this dimension is draft dimension because I have created it, and you can easily identify it also. Like here, this is the view, I'm talking about this view. So we can see here the dimensions. So the dimension represented by D is my driving dimension, which I have created with the tool show model annotation, and this dimension is a draft dimension which I have created it manually. Okay, so now moving forward to, like I have discussed with you, the associative property. Now we will talk about the other part of the interface. So this is my ribbon, this is my quick access toolbar. This is known as quick access because because these tools are some of the most general tools which are applicable for all mode where you are working, because this tool is available for assembly for part, or like any mode you are working in, you can see the same commands and the same tools. So this tool is applicable for all mode, whether you are working in this toolbar is applicable and available in all mode, whether you are working in assembly, whether you are working in part or in drawing or in sheet metal or in other modes. So generally we keep more general tools here, like close. So close is applicable for assembly, close is applicable for part, close is applicable for drawing, etc. And similarly, say redo, undo, etc. So this is my quick access toolbar. This is model tree. This is browser. And one more tips and trick I just want to show you, like sometime what happened with those people who are new to Creo, like they are working in a particular like project. Let's say I'm working here and I accidentally just closed it and I got forgotten to save it, and now lot of people face challenges, like they really can't give the part same name. The reason being they generally can't give the part same name. The reason is the part is available in the session and they don't know how to extract it or how to retrieve it, because you won't find that part here, and they don't know how to retrieve it. So for them, I just want to share this thing with them, like they need to go in session option, and from there they can, they can make it as a thumbnail, and from there they can easily extract it or retrieve it. Okay. So this is one thing that I just wanted to share with you guys. Like you can, even though you haven't saved your part, you can easily retrieve it anytime. But yes, if you close the entire session, then you won't have the access of that part. Or if you perform erase not displayed, then also you are erasing your session, and now you can see like no part is available now. Because you have erased the session. And we in Creo we generally use we are habitual of using erase non display tool. The reason being when you are working in a large assembly, it is actually allocating memory, your RAM, and another thing is there might be possibility of let's say you are working in machine A, and in machine A there is a part named as, let's say, base plate. And the same after you closed machine A and you started working in machine B, and you have got same part of same name, then you will face trouble. Like you will see the part that you have assembled in machine A is now showing in machine B. And the reason is quite simple, because you have just closed your assembly but not erase that from the session. So generally professionals are habitual of using this tool. So two advantages of using these tools. There are two advantages. First one is you are actually clearing your RAM or your session and making your software lighter. And another thing, you will not face any kind of conflict. Like, I will show you with the help of a small example. Let's say I'm trying to I have made a part named as 1, and then I am making I just want to close it, and I just want to make another part with same name. But here we can see it is showing object 1 is in use. So obviously I cannot create this part. I'm recording. Sorry for the gap. Yeah, so I was telling you, like, because this part is already available in our session memory, so we can't create it, right? So in order to create the part of same name, we need to erase that part from our session. And now we can see we actually can create the part with same name. Okay. Now we discuss about these things. Apart from session, these things are just to to open your part. Another basic thing I want to share it with you, like, you can't open PTC Creo part directly. Like, for example, okay. Okay. So you can see here we have got 3 parts, and if I try to double click it, it will not open it, right? I think most of you have tried. Unlike other software, they need to just make a simple click, and really you can open the part. But most of you have felt like this is really annoying, like why can't we open the part directly from Windows and just by double clicking on it? Let me tell you the reason behind that. Initially, I also felt that really irritating, that why we can't just open my part directly rather than opening the software, and then after opening software and then locating that particular folder, and then I will be opening it. So you might feel like this is the lengthy process, but let me tell you, there is a very, very good intention behind this. Okay, let's say you are working in this particular file, alright? So you have let's say this is a large file, or you are working in this. In day 1 you have created this much, and you close it, and again you opened it again next day, and next day you have started working on it, and let's say next day you did this, and you saved it, and you went home, and again came back, and next day you did this task. Alright, so right now I'm just making the, I know these products are completely not feasible, like I'm just making I'm just trying to tell you something, like why it is in Creo we can't open files directly. Okay, so next day you also saved it, and now for the next day, like you are absent, or you passed your task to your colleague and ask them to do certain modification, or let's say you have finished your part. For example, you have completed 90% of your part and you realize that, oh, my previous model was quite good and I have created certain mistakes. Let's say let's make it. And I have created certain mistakes, and now what can I do? Like, because I have saved it and I don't have any option to undo it, right? So like if you're working with other softwares, and obviously in this situation you need to work a lot, right? Like you will be playing with the features. Maybe you can fix it, maybe not, because you have, let's say you might have changed the value of this and now you didn't remember like how much was that. So at that moment the thing will be lengthier, and sometimes it's better to make your part again, because rather than redoing it entirely and understanding it, that what changes have you made, especially in case of the projects that we do for months. Let's say some machine or some tool, we can say, or you are working on a certain product and that product is big and you didn't remember exactly what you have made, what changes that you have done, let's say 15 days ago. Okay, so with PTC Creo, what exactly you can do? You just need to close it, erase it from session. Oops. And then you need to go to same folder, and here we can see, like every time when are you saving the part, the new instance is getting created. Now some people felt these things really annoying, like I don't want it, and why like these instances are getting created. But let me tell you, these are really very very helpful for you. And let's say I did my work till here, so what can I do? Like if I require those previous parts, then I can keep them. Let's say I created a new folder and I'm just gonna keep them here, and now I will try to open the same part again. So let's say my work was correct up to this point, and after that the changes I have made are stored in these, because every time we save our the PTC Creo create another instance. So now we will see like the same part I'm opening, and here we go. As you can see, the changes that we have made later on are now now vanished. So in this way, like you can you do not need to worry, like if you are making certain changes, or like let's say I just wanted to open the part 2 one, and so we can see like we can roll back it at any point wherever we have saved our project. So it's really cool feature, I would say. Like if you have made certain mistake at any point in your project, so you can roll back your model at any place. So you do not need to worry about it, like how it will be, and you do not need to worry about it. Like really you have to worry in other softwares, maybe or maybe not. Okay, so let's say you have completed your task and you just wanted to remove all those extra that you have made. Now, okay, so let me just tell you why you directly can't open it from here. Let's say there are a lot of parts here, and sometimes what happen, like you really don't able to recognize which is latest one, and by mistake you have clicked on this one. So in that particular case, you will be creating the newer version of instance. So obviously 4 is already created, so in this way you can create mistakes. So probably that may be the reason why PTC haven't given us access to directly open it. Now yeah, I was telling about, like, if you have completed your task 100%, and if you do not want other instances and you just want the latest version of instances, so what should you do? Okay, so for that there is a tool named as purge. So there are different methods to apply it. First thing first, we need to set our working directory. This is the first prerequisite of it. So we need to select working directory, and I will be just doing this one. Okay, so this is my working directory, I guess, X. So now you can see successfully changed my working directory to this folder, and now here you can go and you just need to click here, delete old versions, yes, and now any old version of 2 have been deleted. Now we just need to go to the same folder again, and now we can see we have got only one instance available of the model, which is latest. So in this way you can clear the clutter. And let me tell you one more way to do this. If you really don't want to set the working directory, let me save my file for 5 times, so that we can create more instances. Here we have created up to 11. So regardless that you are saving the same content without making any change, whenever you click on save button, it automatically creates the new instance. Now the another way of doing it is open system window. Okay, so this is the DOS way. Maybe you might be in different folder and you want to clear the clutter clear the previous instances of different folder. So what exactly you need to do? You need to go to the same folder. So here I need to go back again in same directory, cd Pritam, and then desktop. I know because this file is located here as only X. Alright, so now I'm in the same folder. Obviously you can just copy the location and with Windows 7 and later on version you can actually paste it. So rather than typing, you can use shortcut also. Now there is a tool named as purge. So we need to write purge, and here you can see, like, I have opened the command prompt, and here we can see we have got the latest version now is 11, and we need to write purge and we need to hit enter, and you can see all the old version got deleted. There is another way also available, like for that, like you can actually use purge just by opening command prompt directly, but for that you need to make certain changes, like you need to add environment variable, but I don't want to discuss it because two methods are sufficient. There is third method also available, but I don't want to discuss with you right now because again this will be becoming very lengthy. But the process of doing that is you need to go to your my computer and then system properties. Oops. You need to go to environment variable, and there, from there you can actually, let me just show you environment variable. Okay, and then you need to add the path of PTC Creo parametric. Okay, you just need to paste the path of PTC. Like generally it is C program file PTC and then your date code and then parametric folder. Basically you need to locate your purge directory. So after there is a file named purge.bat which is generally available in C program file PTC, and then parametric folder. In parametric folder you need to find where your purge.bat is available, and then you need to add that path here. Obviously if you're working in a company, then you require admin access or your IT support for that. And if you have added that thing, then you even do not require to have like PTC license. Obviously you should have PTC software installed, but you do not require PTC license. Let's say you have got only 2 licenses and your colleagues are working. The license is used by your colleague, and right now you don't have any access, and you want to clear like previous instances, so you can do that by that way. Okay, so now I will be telling you more thing. So this is the folder browser, this is session. So now this is favorite, like there is a particular folder with whom where you are daily working, so you can actually set it as a favorite folder. Let's say I used to work a lot in, let's say, this folder, so I can set it as a favorite. So next time when I will be opening my interface, I just need to go to favorite and then here, and I easily can set it as a working directory, and then I will start working on it, right? Okay, so this was favorite. So this favorite and this favorite is basically the same thing. Now from here you can actually show and hide your toolbar, and from here you can actually this is your Internet Explorer, a kind of, you can use either Chrome or IE. I will be just I can just show you which particular you can use. Okay, browser. Sorry. Okay. Yes. From here you can change, like you want to use IE or Chromium. Depends on your preference. Now, what this browser, have a multi-purpose utility. Like here, we are exploring our parts, and sometimes this browser also, we can utilize it as, let's say I want to see the boom. Let's say this one. So you can actually see the bill of material of your part. So like we have got multiple use of this browser. Okay, so all right, now we discussed about the browser. So this is full screen mode. Now Creo 4 onward, we can actually work in full screen mode like this. And this thing became possible by the use of mini toolbar. Like now the tools are available at our tip. So actually we do not we can say like we do not need to access our main toolbar. So we can directly access tools from our pointer tip, and whenever we need extra tools or extra settings, we just need to take our cursor to that direction. Let's say I just want to see my toolbar model tree, sorry. So I just need to carry my cursor to our left, and let's say I want to see more options, so I just need to travel my mouse pointer to our upside. So in this way we can do this. We can work actually in full screen mode. Now this is a search tool. It is very rarely used nowadays. This is the filter. Like let's say you just want to select edge, so you can do this. This is your help. So like you have got offline help, and this is PTC University. So like this is a really nice thing. Like when you have got the internet, then let's say you are doing this is kind of a smart tool. Like if you are using extrude tool that time, or let's say sweep or swept blend that time, and you have pressed this button, then automatically it will show you the example of the swept blend. This is pretty cool. Then we talk about the search bar, and this is really one of the best thing about PTC. Like if you are new to it, then really like you can easily search the commands or the tools. Like I just want to see where extrude is, so I will be just writing txt, and here we go. Only we need to hover our pointer on it, and it will show exactly by highlighting like it is located in model tab and shape group, like here. Even though we are in different tab, it will show it, like we can see, right? Not only that, we can directly select the tool just by clicking left click, or we can just go there and we can activate it. So there are several ways to doing that, and it is really very good. Like you just only need to remember your tool name, and that's all. And in addition, like you are a SolidWorks user, you just need to click here and go to setup, and just you need to select this SolidWorks command. And now you can find SolidWorks commands as well, like boss. So we can see extruded boss, boundary boss, and here also it is showing like what actually it is called in PTC Creo. So this is known as boundary blend in PTC Creo, which is generally in SolidWorks known as boundary boss. So like you can even find SolidWorks commands. I don't know why they have given only SolidWorks command feature. I think they should add more to it, like NX tools, I guess, because NX is more comparable software to PTC Creo compared to SolidWorks. Okay, so we have started with the interface, ribbon interface. Then we talked about this quick access toolbar, then model tree, then folder browser, favorite. Then we also have talked about like how we can easily retrieve our part, and then we talked about like these all options, and we talked about the entire interface. Okay, so like this video is really going to be big, so I will be stopping this here, and then I will be uploading the next part of it. Like the next part will be covering like how we can customize our interface entirely as per my need or my company need or as per my company standard. So I think this is this is enough for this video, and I will be uploading another video. Maybe I will be creating it same day after 1 hour. Okay, till then, bye.